You may be thinking superpowers, no way. However, due to scientific innovation, some of your favorite superheroes, including Wolverine, Iron Man, Aquaman, and others, may become a reality. Invisibility, robotic suits, telekinesis, and superhuman abilities may be more fact than fiction. Iron Man, one of our most probable superpowers/superheroes. There are currently 3 developments for an Iron Man suit: the Exhaust 2, HAL, and Hulk. The Exhaust 2 is currently the most developed, however the capabilities to fly and shoot repulsor beams are still in the far future. Unfortunately, Exhaust 2 allows the wearer to lift 200 pounds and break boards no sweat. However, the exoskeleton still needs an internal power source. All in all, we are capable of reconstructing the Mark I prototype to perfection. Who doesn't love the famous Wolverine? To start, his claws are not possible in the way that you think. They don't slide out of your knuckles. In fact, gauntlets exist that have retractable claws just like Wolverine's. That is just simple mechanics, but the superpower of regeneration is quite the technological advancement. There are serums that exist that quicken cell reproduction. Of course, these serums aren't advanced enough to heal a bullet wound in seconds. All in all, Wolverine is in our top 10 list of possible superpowers. Spider-Man. Who doesn't love the toys that allow kids to shoot out webs? Real ones exist, but they are far from toys. First things first, his webs. The real Spider-Man's webs would have to be constructed out of carbon nanotube rope. Small boxes on the wrist would contain these ropes. His ability to climb walls would not come from him, but his suit. The suit would be designed like the red-eyed tree frog. On the fingertips and feet would be suction cup-type discs that would stick to most surfaces, just like the red-eyed tree frog. Overall, Spider-Man is possible, but the suit would do all the work. Invisibility. That's just a schoolboy's dream. Yes, but it's not just a dream. In order for invisibility to be possible, we need to take into account the optical theory. In order for something to be invisible, light would have to go straight through them. It couldn't refract it, it couldn't rebound it, and it couldn't absorb it. Marvel Industries has created an invisibility theory, but not a method. One would need the same refractive index as air so that he didn't absorb or reflect light, just like a sheet of glass in water. Theoretically, invisibility is possible, but we won't see it until the far future. How awesome would it be to have the Force? Bringing the remote controller to you, getting Pringles out of a container without your hand getting stuck. Life would be simple. What we would need is some sort of database in our brain connected to all these different materials. In other words, we would need a computer chip in our brain and a wireless connection to everything in the world in order to have telekinesis. If that became possible, you'd need a very powerful mind. Not smart, but powerful. Products would have to be made with a special code that allows the object to be brought to the database, kind of like a telekinesis in a game. Telekinesis is possible, but we most likely never see it. Hulk. Turning into a giant green rage monster is far from possible, but it's still possible nonetheless. When gamma radiation hits DNA, it splits and tries to repair itself. If there were to be a gamma radiation explosion, the repairs could be sloppy and new instructions can be keyed into the genetic code. In Hulk's case, it created epigenetic switches. Instead of the switches being activated by light, the hormones created when banners and we might flip the genetic switches to reconfigure DNA into the big green Hulk. Hulk is definitely more possible than you may have thought, but then again, we all learn something new every day. Aquaman. If breathing underwater, people can do that with air tanks. However, air tanks don't last that long. Two new technologies, such as Like a Fish, have given humans the ability to breathe underwater for as long as battery lasts. This technology works like gills. They take in water and take the oxygen from it. However, being able to survive all that pressure is impossible, along with surviving the cold. Communicating with animals is in progress. Taking the way animals communicate and copying them into a machine underway. Aquaman may not be the coolest superhero, but his possibility rate is pretty high. Cyborg. Everyone has seen somebody with a prosthetic limb, but what about somebody half prosthetic? There are people in the world currently that can be classified as cyborgs. Engineering and medical science has given birth to completely working robotic hands, arms, legs, and feet. Of course, our modern-day cyborg can't turn into cars or shoot lasers out of their hands, but they can move faster, are stronger, and are all around better. Cyborgs are already possible, but technical advancements can still make them your ideal superhero. Batman. You may be thinking, but he doesn't have any superpowers. Well, yes, technically, but what he does have is extremely advanced technology that allows him to do many things. Most of the technology he uses are possible if we put all the parts together. Self-driving cars, weapon systems, and much more are all possible as of right now. The only thing that isn't possible about Batman is his job. Being the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company, he really couldn't just sneak off without somebody noticing. Also, being up all night, he would be very tired and need sleep. We are only human. All in all, Batman is obviously possible, but some elements of him are not. Some superheroes/superheroes are possible, but others are not. Not all of these listed are completely possible, but some elements that are. Your favorite superheroes may become a reality, or they may not. The superpower you have always wanted, dreamed about, may become a reality, or it may not. Superheroes and superpowers are just in comic books and movies. Or are they?